Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another Watchalong, second in the day. Liverpool versus Leeds as a complete neutral for this one, but I thought it'd be interesting to do the current champions of England now, Liverpool, and 16 years absent Leeds United. The Stephen joint, as some say. Obviously, he's joined by us, and Harvey, the Man United fan, is on his way.
You can never count on them, can you?
Oh dear. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, before we get into tonight's one, obviously being actually an Arsenal fan, what was your thoughts? Obviously, you was in the chat earlier. What was your thoughts on our first game of the new season after a month?
Well, I thought we did pretty well, to be honest. The first 20 minutes were a bit cagey when we weren't up to speed. But after that, I don't think Fulham really bothered us at all for any sustained period. I thought we played pretty well after that. Got the 2 goals in the second half, and it was job done really after that.
Yeah, Aubameyang's goal though, and Willian, what a debut for him! 3 assists.
Class, wasn't he? He was really good. Yeah, especially that ball for Aubameyang for the third goal.
Oh yeah, and I think it's Richard asked. I just remembered the answer because they've actually answered it. He asked who was the last person to get a hat trick on their debut of assists.
Mkhitaryan, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I hope that's not a bad omen.
No, I think Mkhitaryan, it was a bit. Yeah, I don't know whatever happened to him. He just didn't settle in England at all, did he? Not even for United, he wasn't that great.
Yeah, I think with Mkhitaryan, the whole England thing. I think the time under Mourinho United completely demolished him. He just weren't the same player.
No, he was great at Dortmund, wasn't he? He was one of the best in Europe.
Yeah. There's a reason why him and Aubameyang loved him so much.
But it just shows you Klopp knew what to do with him, didn't he? So,
Nicholas Edwards is in the chat. He's saying he's saying Liverpool win 4-2.
I'll be interested to see how Leeds get on. To be honest, as I say, I haven't seen much of them because obviously they're in Championship. I saw 1 or 2 games, but I'm not really an expert on them at all. So it'll be interesting to see what they can bring.
And yeah, is that again the same for me? Apart from when they've played us in the FA Cup and the odd game here and then in the end when the football returned and all that, I've not really religiously gone up my way to watch Leeds.
But no, it's the Bielsa spell, isn't it? He's got this. Yeah. It is his myth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of what his management career's been like. I mean, he was come to England and he's done well, to be honest.
Oh yeah, but as we were saying just before he came on air, this is his 3rd season in England. He still hasn't. He still can't speak a word of English.
Yeah, he had his interpreter on Sky earlier. Yeah, but yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how his tactics work out in the Premier League. Obviously, because you had like Spygate a couple of seasons ago, didn't you? When he was playing on Frank Lampard's team. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Chelsea Leeds. That's always an interesting fixture in the years gone by. But now that because I've added on. Who do you out of the top 8? Because obviously we finished. We're going through the other clubs. Who do you think out of them last season's top 8 is going to be the most under pressure this season?
Well, I think I've spoken to you before about. I think Chelsea are under real pressure. I think Lampard's got a big job on his hands now. I think if they're not in the top 4 by Christmas, I think that he could go. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. And what Chelsea have done this season this summer, is sprinklings of what Arsenal used to. Arsenal. We need a CDM, centre back, left back, and right back, a goalkeeper. No, we won't address that. We're going to get a striker. We're going to get a winger.
Yeah, we'll get a winger or a striker. Yeah.
We'll just outscore the opposition. You score 4, we'll score 3. You score 4, we'll score 5, and things like that. Like, and that it's sort of like Lampard's taking on that tactic with these sort of signings that he's made. Because for me, yes, they brought Ben Chilwell. He ain't going to fix their defensive woes.
No.
Thiago Silva's way too old for this league, in my opinion. Way too old. He's not fast enough either, in my opinion, for this league. So he'll get caught out, especially more so against the teams that have paid. Teams like Fulham, he'll thrive on because there's no threat. The teams where there's a bit of attack, there's a tad of an attacking threat with a bit of base, he's going to get found out massively. And I think who was it? Daniel was on last night. He was saying he weren't even the third best centre back in PSG.
Yeah, I think Chelsea could have a bit of issues with integration of their players. I mean, that's a lot of players to come in and just sort of, right, the league started now, here you go, boys, off you go. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit, but they may just surprise us and just get on the front foot and just start winning games quickly. If they do, the rest of us are in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. Harvey's joined us. How you doing?
Maverick.
Thank you. How are you?
This actually weird for you because no matter who you want to win, you can't really win because you've got Leeds, survivor of Leeds throughout the years, and then you've got Liverpool.
Oh,
where do you sit on this?
Draw.
But that's what I was saying before you came on. It's going to be interesting to see, because I've not watched much of Leeds ourselves. It's going to be interesting to see how Leeds set up and go about this today, especially at Anfield as well. The best team in Europe at the moment in Liverpool.
I don't know. I think they might get. I think they might lose today, Liverpool. To be honest,
It wouldn't surprise me because Bielsa has that knack, hasn't he? Because Leeds played us Arsenal in the Emirates in the FA Cup last season, third round, and they gave us a game. I mean, they gave us a game. The only weak thing for me in Leeds at the moment is the fact they've gone for Bamford over Rodrigo for this game.
The thing for me is, though, that Liverpool have exactly the same team as they finished last season, so they don't have to integrate anyone, so they can just play to their game. And if Leeds have a shocker at the back, they could be in big trouble.
Well, yeah, there's that as well. But also, you've got to remember, Liverpool got a big game next week as well. They've got obviously this game now, and then next week they've got the big game of Chelsea away. So they've got that on their minds as well. Leeds, one second, is spring up. Leeds is using a 4-5-1 formation. Liverpool won't have much pace to explode. But hopefully, again, this is what I'm saying. Bielsa does have that knack of trying to tactically your set up teams to nullify their threats. And they did try it against us, and we just got lucky in the end with that Reece Nelson goal back in January. Being honest, it's nice to see Leeds back after 16 years. I thought, bloody hell.
It is a long time. But I think that's what we did against Liverpool. We sort of set up with 3 at the back. I think you can't let Liverpool have any space, because if they do, they just kill you. They'll just absolutely annihilate you.
Oh, definitely. And as we've shown, or Arteta's now shown twice now, in the place of a few months, obviously at the Emirates and then in the Community Shield. And you can argue with the Community Shield, it was a weaker team compared to the Premier League game we played against them. But tactically, I think he's already got Klopp's number in that side of things tactically, and that's what Klopp can't. That might. It's always the case when one figures you out, the other start to follow.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll just see what Leeds can offer. As I said, we don't really know what Leeds can offer, really. I mean, the Premier League is different to the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the other thing. But these teams coming up, as we saw in Lloyd's last year, they stormed the Championship the year before, came up and got basically used by everyone.
Yeah, they got nowhere. But they didn't really sort of buy anyone, did they? They didn't really spend much money.
They tried to do that old reward the people that got us there sort of thing. As you said, about adding a few players here or there, a bit of experience here and there. And because they started off okay in the first couple of weeks and obviously beat Man City, like their first home game or second home game of the season, suddenly they instead of using that and going forward, taking it forward, they just sort of put off the gas. It just fell apart. They went on a massive 3-month run where they didn't win a game at home.
No, as I say, Norwich did spring a few surprises first couple of games of the season, but after that they were just fodder for everyone else, weren't they? And
you could see the level of the players that are there in that squad. And no disrespect, but Championship the level was Championship level. As you've said, there was no Premier League. Whereas, to be fair, Leeds have gone out of their way to bring in some players in, like Rodrigo from Valencia.
Yeah, but again, he's another unknown quantity. He's going to have to sort of adapt to play in the Premier League, and that's always a risky run, bringing players in from abroad anyway.
But I think they're also taking advantage of the Valencia situation because they're apparently a club that could go bust any day now, basically.
Yeah,
which is a shame in one sense.
Is that Peter Lim was in charge of any of them? Was he
Chairman
chairman of them? Yeah.
That's hence why Gary Neville got the job when he did. Because he's best mate. He's like that with
best mate. Yeah,
that was
quite funny.
Simply also saying, hopefully, Leeds can show us what they're made of today.
Well, it's a baptism of fire at the end of the day, isn't it? There's no harder game you're going to get unless it's Man City, maybe. But yeah. The problem is a game like this could kill their confidence outright if they get absolutely battered.
Exactly. And it simply says here, see he's stuck with big lad Bamford up front.
We'll see. You never know. They might be all right. But then the other thing is get the Liverpool game out of the way, and then you don't have to worry about it again, do you? So
it's like this could be a good time to play Liverpool. You know, we've all said it when we first game of the season. Plus, they have, like they said themselves, Liverpool haven't had a full pre-season behind them. They haven't really made any significant signings either.
No,
really. They brought that left back from Greece, and that's just a backup. That's really it. And that's what 11.8 million. So they haven't made it. And that's another thing about Liverpool this season. Even though I've tipped them to just make it to win the league again, is by the fact that it'll be by hook or it'll be by because City won't have. City just don't seem to have the stones anymore like they had. Maybe they don't have that drive either, and because they lost company, they didn't replace, and they brought in Ake. They're trying to get Koulibaly apparently, and again, Koulibaly, he's coming. We've seen him play against our respective clubs, and he ain't done nothing spectacular. He's been ruining pretty much every game he's played against Premier League side.
Well, they have got Stones. They've got John Stones, haven't they? So
and even a piss poor at that moment in time, with all due respect, a piss poor Barcelona made Koulibaly look like a piece of shit. So they're spunk all that money on Koulibaly, and they're going to come in. It could be a complete flop. So again, it's suddenly they're not spending the money recruitment wise. They're just spunking it for the sake they've got it, and not for the right player.
All Liverpool in already.
No surprise there.
So the other good thing about Liverpool is that they haven't lost anyone, have they? So their players know how to play together. So, all right, they haven't had a pre-season like everyone else, but yeah, I got Liverpool will be up there. They'll challenge for the title, guarantee it. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I think they'll just hold on to it just because Chelsea are nowhere near. Anyone get that at their head? Chelsea, they put all this. As I said earlier, they've got the attacking talent, but defensively they got top four because other teams around them just dropped off and didn't get the results they should have got, like us and United. Leicester, sorry, even they Leicester dropped off.
Yeah, Spurs did.
Spurs, Wolves, Sheffield. We just didn't have that. All them teams that I've mentioned conceded less goals than what Chelsea did in the league alone. 56 goals they conceded, and I don't see what they've done to try and nullify that. They've been heavily linked to this goalkeeper from Rennes. Again, he's played one season at Rennes, where the season before that he was working his way up through the ranks from some weird, I can't remember, it was like second or third division of wherever, I can't remember where he was come from, but yeah, it's literally one full season at a high level. Because Petr Cech's linked to Rennes and all that, we'll go there. But there's no guarantee. It's not. You're not going to spend massive amounts of money, but in getting this guy. But again, there's no what's the name behind it. As in, there's no guarantee that the goalkeeper's going to work out either. Because that's extremely careful. If that's a clear panic buy, you don't care what anyone says.
Oh,
is this a penalty?
Got a penalty already. Yeah.
How is it? What can he do?
It's handball.
Oh, but I'm saying, what could he do? I'm watching it, but what could he have done?
So
yeah, Salah taking it.
Fucking pricks. I hate them. Honestly.
But you'll see it. You'll see it in a second.
They're just copying us.
When they slow mo it, you'll see what could. I can't remember who it was, but the defender, the Leeds player, couldn't do anything. The ball hit at him.
Salah's off and running, so there you go.
There you go. 1-0 already. Welcome back, Leeds.
Welcome back, Leeds. Yeah, I think he was a bit unlucky there. Yeah, looking back, the replay. Yeah, I think he was a bit unlucky. He couldn't really sort of get his arm out of the way, but
it's the same. Like, do you know where Sissoko did it in the Champions League final? He didn't even hit his arm. It was underneath there. I don't get how you can put that as a handball.
Yeah. But I'm saying, even VAR, and he's not like he's moving it deliberately towards it. It's literally natural position, and the ball's been hit at him at such a pace, so close to him. What's he to do?
Yeah, that's where the rule's wrong there for me, because if there's nothing you can do, it's.
But because it's Liverpool, we got to.
Yeah.
This does my head in.
Turn the VAR off. It's all right. It's Liverpool playing. Well, that's Leeds straight on the back foot, isn't it? So they're going to defend now.
Oh, yeah, try to, yeah.
Yeah, that's harsh.
But it's like
his arm was out. Yeah, it was harsh.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he's out, but it's not like he's moved it deliberately to go that direction.
No, he's not moved it towards the ball, has he?
And that's the whole point of a deliberate handball giving a penalty, or is if he's deliberately or is in that unnatural position. He's he's adjusting his body to get to that position, get into a better position, and obviously the ball's gone that way. It's hit him. It's done nothing he could have done in that. But when the ball hits at such a fast pace, because you watch that happen again, over the weekend, and that penalty won't be given.
Yeah.
But again, that comes down to what I was saying earlier. The consistency, the referees in this country, again, nothing's changed in the last few weeks. Obviously, we knew that was going to happen.
Nothing will change. It's just inept. Every single week, there's a decision that's just.
Well, you was noticing like Tom Carney and players like that for Fulham, on a booking, getting throwing our players up in the air, and nothing was getting given. Nothing.
Yeah, he had 2 or 3 bad challenges after that, and nothing was given. I mean, the one on Xhaka, I think that's a yellow card worthy challenge, I think.
Yeah, but hey.
Hey, you're playing Arsenal, so it's all right.
Yeah, it does seem like there is some sort of, I don't want to say agenda because I have people on my back going, it's an agenda.
No agendas here. We don't do agendas here, do we, mate? No.
No, but there is some gripe that the referees in the FA do have with us when it comes to matches, because you watch them. And you watch another game in an hour and 8 or so, and it'll be them same decisions that have gone against you will be fine for the other teams. It's like, well, hang on.
Yeah. But that's been going on for years, though. Our players just have had no protection from referees at all.
I mean, Donovan saying hopefully Leeds can react. So I'm hoping so, because I don't want this to be an absolute battering or anything like that.
Yeah, you don't want it over by half time. It would just be.
No.
Yeah, what you were saying about Kepa was so have Chelsea actually signed, had a transfer offer accepted for that other keeper?
Apparently, according to Sky Sports yesterday, they're reporting saying that the deal's very close now to being completed. But obviously, he's got to have medical and all that as well in process of it all. But speaking of which, obviously Martinez is apparently having his medical as we speak over at Villa.
But that's the thing that worries me about Martinez. I was saying to a mate earlier, I said, bet if he has a blinder of a season, one of the top 4 will buy him next summer or something, like Chelsea or something like that.
That's a possibility, but at the same time, he's going to go there where the 1-1.
No, Leeds have it in the back of the net, but it was offside.
Oh, okay. But no, I was going to say he could go there now. Obviously, he ain't got the same sort of players in front of him, defensive wise, like he has at Arsenal. So suddenly he's going to be exposed to quite a bit now, and then now you're going to see how good he really is. If we've just overhyped him to an extent, or he is genuinely as good as we've seen.
Well, I think I heard on a podcast somewhere that someone's family member was a Reading fan, and when he was on loan at Reading, he kept them up. He was their best player of that season. So he's got it in his locker, I think. I just think he needs game time. I think he's shown pretty much everyone that he's a good, solid keeper. And if Villa are only paying £20 million, that's a steal.
Also, talking of Arsenal, whilst we're waiting for this to see what happens here, obviously, as a few people mentioned in the stream earlier about Ceballos and Nketiah. Obviously, they've obviously put out Danny's put out a what's name post on his Instagram, which obviously Arsenal clicked onto as well and said, "No, these things happen. We're fine. We're best." All that crap. But this is what I said when people was asking the thing. I said at the end of the match, I was like, if there was a massive issue, neither of them would have been coming on from the bench.
Exactly. But you like to see that, though, don't you? You like to see a little bit of tetchiness in between teammates, don't you? You can't all just be lovey-dovey all the time.
Oh, exactly. You need that sort of
bit of passion, bit of fire.
Yeah. I mean, we saw it a couple. Was it last season or the season before with Mane and Salah? It was last season. I think it was Mane and Salah against Southampton or something like that. And Salah wasn't passing the ball, and fucking Mane was kicking off at him on live TV. And it was just like, because Mane got subbed off, and he was like, well, he had to go to Klopp because he was not taking Salah off because he's giving away ball way more than me. A couple of weeks later, because that was like the game going into national break, Salah's putting out what's name tweets and all that, going best of friends and all that sort of thing, like the little meme thing of the kids running up against each other, running towards each other, hugging each other, and all that.
Things happen, don't they, in the heat of the moment?
Of course.
That's what happens in a workplace. I mean, you might not be friendly with everyone, but then you do have arguments with people, but you just put it to one side and that's it.
I mean, exactly. I mean, if there was an issue between them in the first place, I doubt Danny would have been back by now.
Oh, Leeds.
Is it Bamford? No. Number 22.
I don't know.
22.
It's a good goal as well.
Really good goal.
That was an Aubameyang special. That was Harrison.
Absolutely pissed. To be honest, just coming from an Arsenal fan, that was absolutely piss poor defender from the defending champions.
Who is the right back for Liverpool?
Trent.
Oh yeah. What's Trent out there? Yeah, he does. Just done
Trent.
him.
Then Gomez. Then Van Dijk. It's sort of.
Oh no, he's done Van Dijk there.
He does.
Yeah, he's just whipped it past him. Yeah, he's done Van Dijk.
He's done 3 of them. Trent, then Gomez, and then Van Dijk comes flying in. Well, there you go. And Harvey's missed it by the looks of it.
He's going to get his dinner out of the microwave.
And Donovan's saying, wow, too easy.
It was really, because he's just done him, turned him, got inside and got his shot off.
Again, welcome back, Leeds.
Yeah. Well, it makes it interesting, doesn't it?
Again, this is why I think Leeds have got more chance of staying up, so to speak, and doing like mid-table wise, because they've got threats going forward. Fulham we saw yesterday today, they have, absolutely nothing in the attacking side of it.
No, they didn't put us under any real sustained pressure, did they? I mean, the first 20 minutes or so, it was a bit cagey, but after that, we just bossed them. Really, they didn't really have many chances.
I think they had like one shot at Leno, and he parried it and then fell to the floor and caught it.
Yeah,
apart from
right
that,
down his throat. Yeah,
even Mitch at 3-0, Mitrovic comes on at 3-0, and he does nothing. If anything, he fouls our players all over the place.
Yeah, but why do that? He's their best player. Why didn't he start him?
I don't think Scotty Parker likes him, but it looks at it because if you remember back a few weeks ago, near the end of the championship season, he suddenly got dropped, and then he didn't play he didn't start for the playoffs. He didn't start the playoff final until near the end.
Yeah, well, that makes it a bit weird. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about that, but he's a good striker. He's done it in the Premier League before as well, hasn't he?
I think Harvey's very happy. I was just saying, Harvey, I think you missed a goal.
Oh, I missed it.
It was a banger.
Jack Harrison, that's the player that scored. He's just come up on the screen.
Yeah, Harrison, yeah.
Again, Donovan's saying he's watching the game himself and he's saying the Leeds pressing is absolutely insane, basically.
Yeah, that makes a good point, but it's just how long that they can keep it up for, because Liverpool can do that as well. I mean, Liverpool always play a high-intensity game, so it just depends. I mean, if Leeds run out of steam, anything can happen towards the end of the game.
Oh, definitely. And Tyrone's saying Mitrovic was on international break with Serbia. That may be the case for now, but it doesn't explain why he was dropped near the end of last season, the last few games of the season for them. I think something happened, and he just literally he hasn't started. Sorry, like he was beforehand.
I love Mitrovic.
He's done it in the Premier League before, hasn't he? So he's that's why you need to start him. He's the only one who's going to get them their goals. He's going to get 50% of their goals.
Well, also, if you compare the Fulham team that went down last time to this one, it's pretty much the same team, and nothing. And if anything, they look worse.
Mm.
They haven't gone and signed anyone in the transfer market in an attacking sense. All the players that I've seen them sign is either goalkeepers from PSG on loan, or just centre backs that you've never even heard of. And I'm like, well, you need some attack, guys. You need to get some goals somewhere. You can't just rely on one person.
Tim Ream was meant to be one of the best defenders in the Championship last year, and he did nothing.
Well, but again,
2-0.
2-1.
2-1. No, it's not. It was offside.
Oh, okay, cool. I was going to say, bloody hell, this is a good start. Jesus Christ.
I don't know what's it. Did he come back from an offside position? Oh no, he's gone early. Robertson, I think.
Well, so it's about to see it now.
Have you seen? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to see it now. Oh, he's way offside. He's way off.
Well, it was a good finish by Mane from 40 yards out, but.
Donovan saying Bielsa has conditioned his players to this system. And again, he's used the Championship though to do that in the first place, and he's just carrying it over because of what they achieved, especially in their second season, winning the title and all that in the Championship. And so that's a counter as well.
Hmm.
And the pressure, the positive pressure they're having, that the players are buying into that.
Well, that's what I was saying about Tim Ream. He was meant to be one of the best defenders in the Championship last season, and he did nothing today. He was awful.
Yeah, Tyrone's saying as well, Fulham will get relegated, and West Ham or Burnley will sign Mitrovic.
Mitrovic is a good player. Yeah, exactly. But haven't they just signed the forward from Bournemouth, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, haven't they?
Oh, Callum Wilson, yeah.
And they got Fraser as well, didn't they? That could be interesting, considering you're buying two players who got relegated.
But that's not after this, isn't it, that one? Newcastle v West Ham. At least we'll get a good sight of what West Ham are about this weekend because of what's happened recently the last few weeks. With obviously the guy going back to West Brom permanently and Noble and all that kicking off over it.
West Ham are a funny side though. They're either bang on it or they're average, and most of the time they're average.
Literally, Liverpool's defence in all this? Leeds are making. You wouldn't think Leeds have played a Championship, put it that way, for the last 16 years, or League One as well. Throw that in there.
Thing is, from what I see, whenever Naby Keita comes into that Liverpool side, they're not as good. I just don't rate him. I don't think he's that good.
No, there's a lot of money they threw at him. So much hype over it as well because they signed him a year in advance in the end because Leipzig would hold on to him for a year. So they did a deal in principle sort of thing. It was like, and all because of all that, there's like the hype around him as well as heightened even more. But he hasn't really done nothing. He got given the number 8 as well. He's a good player, but he hasn't done anything fantastic. Like, wow,
he's not a game changer, is he? No. I'm surprised Wijnaldum started because isn't there word of him going somewhere or?
Ronald Koeman wants him at Barcelona apparently. again, that Dutch connection, isn't it? Because obviously he knows what Wijnaldum's like at international level. So
Wijnaldum's a good player, though. He's a good winger.
Because it's a weird situation because Wijnaldum and Koeman, he wants him to go to Barca, but Barca want Thiago.
God, for crying out loud.
The Barcelona board want Thiago, but Koeman wants Wijnaldum.
Well, didn't they sell Thiago in the first place, Barca, to Bayern?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiot.
Pep bought him when he was manager of Bayern, didn't he?
Yeah, when he went to Bayern, yeah. I thought so. So that just makes them look even more stupid if they go and buy him back because they're spending more money to get him back into the club. But again,
it's in. Was it? No.
No.
It's Virgil van Dijk's just scored.
Oh, yeah.
Marked from a corner.
Woohoo.
Keeper caught it, but he took it behind the goal.
He landed on the line, yeah. Or behind the line, anyway. For fuck's sake. Right, change it again. Good 20 minutes, though. 3 goals in 20 minutes and all that.
Yeah, it's more exciting than I thought it would be anyway.
Especially when we had... Usually when Sky hype a game up for their broadcasting side of it, it always ends up being a dull, dud, 0-0 or something like that, where this is actually started off well. Really okay to ball over the line in the end of the kit. He sort of saved it. He did save it initially and hit off his knee and went back in over the line.
It's just the power of the header, wasn't it? And Van Dijk's running at full pelt from the edge of the penalty area. Just get his head on it, bang, just straight in. Took the keeper with it. He's definitely the best defender in the Premier League, I think. Oh, Leeds through here.
Fucking not again.
Well, it's sort of that long ball. Seems to be catching Liverpool out a little bit.
Was that Bamford has fucked that up? I think it was. Seriously, why is he still at Leeds? As in, because they're a Premier League club, why is he still there?
How many goals did he get last season?
I don't know, but he cleared quite a few off. I think it was when they did the football, bringing back the football and all that. And Leeds played Cardiff, and my brother put a bet on Leeds to win. I think it was at 0-0 one stage, and Leeds had a chance. It was going in, and Bamford stood on the line, got in the way, and cleared the ball for Cardiff.
He got 16 league goals last season. I didn't realise he was 27. I didn't think he was that old.
He's been around for a while now, because obviously at Chelsea, came through Chelsea's ranks. They loaned him out to Middlesbrough. That's where he really come to the public eye, because obviously that loan spell, he is part of the team, part of the Borough team that knocked out Man City in the cup, and obviously doing well in the Championship that season. And then he came back. Then Chelsea loaned him back out again to Palace, and he did again. But then the only difference in that time, he didn't get a chance at Palace. And then they got, after a few months, went back to Chelsea, and they loaned him out somewhere else in the Championship. But then since then, they came back and they sold him to Leeds, and it's just been,
Palace just don't know how to buy good strikers.
Don't buy them, just loan them. Like Bertswide, they've loaned it after initially loaning him a couple of years back. They've loaned him back again, haven't they?
They had Ben Teke. They've had a few, haven't they, that were just not very good strikers.
Sam Green will say Martinez medical at Villa tomorrow. Also have accepted Villa's latest bid by Emi. And then says we have Vaya lined up from Brentford.
Well, he didn't play today, did he? So
him and the other guy, Benrahma didn't play.
Benrahma didn't play. Yeah, I think he's linked with Villa as well, though. I think.
Donovan saying Rodrigo is coming in, really, really good striker from Valencia. Yeah, and as he said, Donovan said earlier, there's quite a few players from La Liga that come to the Premier League and hit it off, like we saw with Diego Costa and players like that. I mean, Fabregas came from there. I know it weren't straight from the La Liga itself, but he came from Spain when they was at the youth level, And look how that panned out in the end.
Yeah, and then you have the players like Soldado and Zico.
Yeah, Leeds normally use Kelso, we pronounce his name, who is ex-Real Madrid. Yeah, they bought. That was a weird one for me at the time. Of course, to use that Real Madrid, and Leeds just went out there and got him. It's just like Bielsa's first season and all that, to replace speed number 1 at the time for Peacock something, or whatever his name was at the time. And then the goalkeeper there was like, it's so consistent. He'd have a good game here, then suddenly he'd just drop off and he'd switch off. It's like his concentration levels are not always on point. And now this other kid is in goal today, and who's their number 1 by the looks of it. This French kid has started today, and that's a bit. And obviously he's made an error that Liverpool taking the lead again. Not purposely, but it happened.
Yeah. Oh.
Thing is, my concern with Raya though, because I don't watch Brentford Village or anything like that. But at one time I'd actually watched him live, and it was a playoff final. And look what happened. Weren't paying attention.
Do you think that our new strategical defensive coach has sort of said, "Hang on, he's pretty good"? Do you think he's had an input?
Yeah, I think him and the goalkeeping coach that we brought in as well. Both of them have said, if we're going to go that way, this is a perfect guy to go for. And what's kicking off? Is it kicking off? The way of running over there is like, what's going on? But
I think the thing with Raya as well is he's classed as a homegrown player as well, or something I read.
Oh God, we're going to go down that route, are we? We did that with Almunia. Look at how that panned out.
Yeah, but I think that's another way of thinking though, that he can actually be classed as a homegrown player. But
I mean, that's my concern. Watching that Brentford Fulham game and how it all panned out, and basically that error that made it go 1-0 and swung the game in Fulham's favour at the time, sort of put me on edge about going for him, because if he can do that when there's no fans in the stadium and things like that. I know he's not going to come in as number 1 or anything. He's going to be like number 2 and things like that. But still, if worse happens again with Leno again, then the goalkeeper's got proven at Premier League level as well.
Yeah, I've just read on his page that Raya, he graduated out of Blackburn's Academy. So yeah, he is a homegrown player.
Yeah, because I remember now. Yeah, thought I saw him name somewhere else.
Oh, that would have been a nice own goal, I tell you.
Yeah. Donovan's listing a couple of the players that have come from La Liga. Oh, bloody hell! I was to see what you saw. Bloody hell! Good reaction.
That would have been a good one. One to forget. That would have been
good reactions from the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, it was. You were just slagging him off.
Yeah, exactly. See, he's listening to the earpiece. Oh, I'll prove him wrong. Donovan's also saying players that have come through like Guerrero, Negredo, Torres at Liverpool. That's just, and as a strikers as well.
Not Torres at Chelsea though.
Yeah, not Chelsea. Not Chelsea. Torres. Oh no.
He did. He did help them win the Champions League. So. Yeah, Diego Costa, he was a menace, wasn't he, against Arsenal? He always scored. He's just one of those players. Absolute menace. Like Drogba.
I think Diego Costa was a bit more open about how menacing he was. He weren't afraid to fucking put it out there. He didn't care. Whereas Drogba has tried to be more coy about it. Oh, bloody hell, this could go. Bloody hell.
It's end-to-end stuff at the moment.
That's poor final ball there.
I'll say I feel sorry for Brentford really, because they're getting rid of their keeper and their Ben Rama, is he a winger, is he? I think they could be in trouble if losing 2 of their best players.
Well, yeah. I think we've been heavily linked with him as well, but I don't think he's coming to us.
No, I don't think we need him.
No, but I say you don't need him anyway. No disrespect.
Oh,
but
he's through. Bamford.
I'll behave. Don't say it's 2-2.
It's 2. Your mate Bamford.
Oh, bloody hell. What a mistake. Wow.
Yeah, Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Just keep slagging off the Leeds players and they'll score. Keep doing it.
Yeah, and make amazing saves as well.
It's not that. It's when Russ said Van Dijk's the best Premier League defender. And then he goes and makes a mistake. In the world. But he lets Patrick Bamford score.
Wow.
In the world. He's just letting Patrick Bamford. There you go.
Yeah, Donovan, you sure you don't want to join us here? Oh, my days.
It's what they always say, though. It's harder to retain a Premier League than it is to win it one time, don't they?
But it's just like basic errors. And again, it's not the first time Van Dijk's done it in recent months because obviously, again, we could go back to it, but when Arsenal played Liverpool at the Emirates back in the return of the Premier League and all that, he did a similar thing. It's not like it's the first time. It's like it's just switched off. I don't know what's happened since obviously going into lockdown back in March, but since they've come back, they haven't. We always assumed at the time it was just because they took the foot off the gas. They knew they didn't have to do much to win it.
No, they already had it in the bag, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. We're watching them tonight. First game. I know there's no fans there. This, that, and the other. That could have an effect, but to concede two goals off their own fault as well. To poor defensive work in both goals from Liverpool.
Yeah, but you've got to also say that Leeds have put them under pressure a bit. They've actually forced them to make those errors, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. I'm not dissing Leeds anything at all as well. Fair play to Leeds, but from a Liverpool fan's perspective, you must be frustrated because you've gone in the league twice. You've been paid back twice against a team that's been not in a Premier League for 16 years. So it's a Bamford. And again, I'm going to keep saying, all my days.
That was a bit hairy. That was
a bit of a pet check moment there, nearly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Donovan, if you really want to come on, let me know on Facebook and I'll send you the link on the group chat.
Well, Leeds have been quite competitive, so
yeah,
there you go. They can be pretty happy with their performance so far.
Yeah. Playing the high pressing, like the pressing game, it's actually working. Liverpool aren't comfortable at all.
That's the thing. I just don't think too many teams put Liverpool under a lot of pressure enough, do they? I think that's why they sort of turn a lot of teams over. Yeah, I think that Arsenal-Liverpool game is going to be tough because at Anfield we tend to fall to pieces, don't we?
Well, I think again it's to go in our favour.
Oh, bloody hell! What a goal, Salah!
Fucking hell! You stop scoring, guys. Oh, that's deflection more than anything, wasn't it? Fucking hell.
If he was looking at his watch already, it's only half hour gone. 5 goals.
This must be concerning, though. Obviously, I know. Again, turn it the other way now with Leeds. I know it's Liverpool and all that, but 3 goals their first half an hour. The first and they return back to the Premier League. Like my days, I know they've scored 2. It's just that switching off again. I don't think the goalkeeper could do that either.
No, he's just lashed it, hasn't he?
Yeah. So, Harvey, do you want to go walk out again?
Yeah.
Every time you disappeared. Oh dear.
Yeah. Every time I disappear, they score, and every time I'm back here, Liverpool score.
Fuck's sake. Bloody 5 goals for them already. I mean, 1 more goal for Liverpool and they're top of the league all of a sudden. For fuck's sake, they didn't last long, did it?
They're not, are they?
Actually. No, not
they're not.
They're not because we won 3-0.
We won 3-0.
If they win, don't know. They win 4-2. Did they go top? Because obviously they've scored 4 goals, but they've conceded 2, haven't they? So they have to score 5 or something like that.
Yeah, they have to score 5, 6 to get top.
Yeah, because obviously the goal difference because they've conceded a couple of goals. So yeah, they need to win by 4 clear goals to go top.
I won't get too excited by being first place in the first game of the season.
I'm not. Obviously, I'm not. You can. By the way, you can only talk. Your game got postponed because you played an extra game a few days after playing a quarter final.
But you probably would have lost today. Who was it against Burnley?
Burnley, I think you had, yeah.
Burnley away.
You had Burnley away, and Man City would have had Villa.
Oh, we would have lost that easy. Got hammered.
Crystal Palace won 1-0 in the end. I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw up to the goal and I turned off after that.
It's such a boring game. It's so boring. I was in and out of it every night. Every time I went on it, I was like, nope, off. Thank you.
If it wasn't for Zaha, I think Palace would just get relegated. They are not a good side. Southampton, I thought Southampton would do quite well actually, but
I thought they would have got a result today, to be honest. But
yeah, I think they were tipped to get a result.
But yeah, Zaha scores. One person that doesn't want to be there started and he scores. But again, this is the reason why I think Palace will go down because they don't kill games off. They just take a lead. They try and sit back and defend that, no matter who they're playing.
Hodgson's really staunched in his philosophy, isn't he? He's not going to sort of. That's why I think the younger managers now are just taking the game to another level.
Also, while it is now, if a manager does get sacked, how are they going to employ a new manager? Because they're going to have to quarantine as well, aren't they?
There's that as well.
Bring a new manager in.
Especially when there's the possibility of another lockdown coming in the UK.
So,
that's all right. Eddie Howe's available. Don't worry, he's available for someone.
I think he actually do pretty well at Palace. He'd actually change their philosophy for a start.
Yeah.
How
long Hodgson's been there now? He's been there 3-4 years, has he?
He's like 3-4 years, something like that.
I mean, he keeps them up, but they don't play nice football. But they always get a result against us, though.
Yeah, I think again that's more of a mentality thing from our side of it. We as well more than anything. I think that'll change this year as well with Arteta at the helm. I think the small teams this season we're going to. While things stay like this, assuming the season gets finished, by the way, or continues, and this, that, and the other, the small teams we're going to batter. It's against the teams in and around us. So we'll get a result here and there. Because obviously we're going to lose games, guys. Let's not beat around the bush. We are going to lose games like everyone else. But it's how we will lose performance-wise.
It's the manner, yeah.
But against the teams in and around us that are going for like Champions League, like the league, for example, Liverpool, City, and all that, you can understand because of what it is. You're going to lose them sort of games every now and then. But as long as we're competitive, and every now and then we get a result. I think away from home this season as well, we're going to win at least 3 of our top 6 away to one of our top 6 rivals, at least 3. Because the way Arteta sets teams up, he doesn't have a set pattern. He's literally depending on the opponent is and what their strengths are, he adapts to that.
Yeah, I mean, we'll play 3 at the back for a while. Yeah, I think just because we've got a lot of defenders that are injured, but I think in his mind's eye, I think he wants to play 4 at the back, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think that's what we see the signs of. Obviously, Saliba was already coming, but we knew that was done from last year. So just taking the loan, but lots of Gabriel and obviously Marvin as well. You know he wants that option of playing 4 at the back and having backups and things like that. But it's just unlike for people. I understand things take time. We're not going to get all our dead walled out in one hit, especially in 7 weeks in a pandemic.
Yeah, I mean the foreign clubs don't have the TV deal like we do they? So their money's gone. They haven't got a lot of money.
Hence why we're seeing the likes of Higuain and leaving Juventus and going to the States.
Yeah.
I think he signed for Miami, hasn't he? Higuain.
Yeah.
David Beckham's side.
It was a good signing for them. Are they
Oh, yeah.
actually in their top tier league? Are they
Yeah,
Miami
so,
or?
yeah. This is their first ever season in existence, and yeah, they're in the top league.
Well, they do it by franchises, don't they, as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Oof, Marnie.
They've got a good side, to be honest.
We got
And-
also went Tweedy, didn't they?
Yeah, Matuidi, yeah, he went there.
This save.
The joint bottom, though, that's the.
Yeah, because all of it's going on there, the consistency is all over the place.
I mean, they're not far off the top. All together, all the teams have played 10 games, and first place has got 23 points, and Inter Miami have only got 8. So,
but a few wins under the belt in a row that could change as well. So, especially how they do it there in the States as well, like the East versus the West, and Eastern teams go the Eastern teams, and the West play the West. So
Don't moan at the amount of travelling we have to do, but over there, crikey.
Yeah, but the thing is, to do all that, and then they do this playoff thing, and then the top team in the East and top team in the West play each other at the end of the season. So it's like, let's fucking put one league all in one. I know it's going to be a lot of travelling, but all in one, there you go.
Yeah, it would make sense. But they do that for the American football and everything else, don't they? You have the Central Divisions, Western Conference, and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just travel, I think, because when it was originally done, they would just go on coaches, didn't they? It used to take them hours and hours and hours to get anywhere.
The game sort of settled down now, sort of, since the fifth goal. Anyway, Harvey, you've been very quiet. How are you feeling about all this?
I'm not really bothered about Liverpool. I want them to lose or draw.
Still possible.
Sadly, they're not. Yeah.
Still possible. It's just pretty okay for the game, isn't it? Time saying Leon should sign Zaha to replace Depay, because obviously there's rumours about Depay going to Barcelona as well.
Yeah, personal terms have been agreed about that.
Oh, okay. It does seem that Koeman wants to bring a Dutch revolution to Spain. By the looks of it.
Looks like that, yeah, at the moment. He might be looking to try and get Van Dijk. Get him out of this club.
So obviously your first game has been postponed. So who are you playing? I'm going to be playing next week for your first actual game.
I think it's Palace. I'm
That's
not too sure.
There's a win there. There's 3 points for you.
I wouldn't say that yet.
If you don't take 3 points against Palace, the way they play, and we ask some questions next week.
We should do. Apparently, there's news saying that we should have Sancho before that game. It's coming out from the MEN, but I'm not sure.
You're going to drive me mad, aren't you, for the next month now until the 5th of October, until like the 5th of October, and it all closes. It's any day now. It's going to happen. It will happen. We've agreed terms. This is what off my head in, because Sky Sports, Cavai, I pronounce his name, and the other one was initially when this all obviously came out that you're interested in Sancho and all that.
Yeah.
It was they were saying, personal terms have been agreed, the agent and all that. Everything's done. Everything's ready. It's just sorting out a fee with the club, and then it turned out it's all a lie. And literally a few weeks, they dragged it out for a few weeks. Obviously, haven't put a bid in yet. They won't meet the asking price, and then suddenly, personal terms have been agreed again. It's just like when it doesn't happen again, we're going to way out of it. I mean, the last few days I've been getting driven mad by him on the Aubameyang thing, because what's it? The one that covers Arsenal's transfer. Sorry, was been saying for the last few days. They're going to announce the news about Aubameyang before the kickoff of the Fulham game and all that. More like Friday comes and goes. We never said that. It's just this. It's just that. It's like, fuck, don't say anything. If you haven't got actual solid information, don't say fucking anything, because all you're doing then is proving that you're just saying shit to get people on the betting apps to put money on it.
Yeah, I don't think that they should do that with betting. Betting sites shouldn't be allowed to do that, really.
No,
They shouldn't.
no. That's got to be a pen.
No.
I haven't seen the close-ups, but from the angle I saw, they're not even checking it. Okay.
Yeah, Liverpool went straight up the other end.
Donovan's also popped up again saying Leeds moving the ball so slickly through Liverpool. And there's no like, it's got to be, we've got to panic, we're on the ball. What do we pass it to now? It's calm, cool, and collected. There's no, as I said, there's no panic behind it. And they've got through twice with ease, both goals with ease, and they sort of had, in my opinion, sort of had a penalty there. But for some reason, hey. Yeah, as this guy says, Liverpool.
VAR, Paul, yeah.
And yeah, Taib, it's 3-2 already. Yeah, crazy first 20 minutes. I heard the half hour actually it was. So.
Yeah, half hour. Yeah.
So that's a pen. That other end, that was. I've seen pens. I've seen them pens given. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think it was reviewed either.
No, but I guarantee you, if that happens to money now, review penalty. It's just bizarre. Again, consistency. It does my head in. But yeah, 3-2. Salah scored in the first few minutes from the penalty spot. In my opinion, it was a soft penalty given, just because he did hit his hand, yes, and that, yeah, but he was adjusting his body to a situation, and obviously the ball being hit at him at such a pace, he hasn't got time to move away or move it up or whatever. So it was harsh. But then about a few minutes later, about 5 minutes later, Leeds went up the other end, took the right hand side, took out Trent, Gomez, and then Van Dijk. Jack Harrison who scored the equaliser, and then Liverpool scored again. Then Leeds went up the other end within 2-3 minutes and scored an equaliser. Bamford of all people, from a Van Dijk mistake, and then about 5 minutes after that, you've got Salah in the box, absolutely levered it into the roof of the net, and here we are, 3-2. Here we go. So he was asking me, what are your thoughts on El Neni? Will he stay or go, do you think? I think it depends on our business from here until the October 5th shut off point. If I think he goes, if we sign both Oyer and Thomas Partey, then he goes. But if we sign only one of them, I think he'll stay until January, and we go from reassess in January. And then if he still,
that's half time.
I'm about a few seconds behind it by the looks of it.
I thought Elneny did quite well today, to be honest. But I think he's nothing more than just a placeholder for a Thomas Partey if he comes in.
Yeah, and that's what
he won't get many games after that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If we would get both, if we get both Partey and Oyer, he'll be out the door within 5 minutes, basically. Whereas if we get Partey, I think he'll be held on, but we don't get Oyer. He'll sort of be used as a backup, as like he'd be like a squad sort of player for like the league cups and things like that. So obviously Partey's not, or whoever we get, it's not being overused.
At least Arteta trusted him to start him today. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see that coming at all.
No, I didn't. Especially knowing that we had Ceballos back on loan here as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I've always liked Elneny though, because he does the simple things. He just moves it around, doesn't he? And he's got an engine. He's everywhere.
And that's what he did today. He did the simple things. He didn't overcomplicate things. He just got the ball, looked around, passed it, moved it. But it's when he overthinks. If he holds onto the ball too long, he starts to panic, and you can see it in his body language. He's panicking with the ball. That's when you see the errors come into this game. But everyone's got to remember as well. This is a guy we signed for what, £5 million.
Yeah, he was never going to be a superstar, was he? But I liked him when he came in. I thought initially he was quite good. It was to say his engine hasn't gone. He's everywhere on the pitch. He's nothing fancy, is he? He just does all the basics very well.
Exactly. Oh, there it is. So far from Leeds, from the least respected fans, I know they're losing 3-2, but considering they're playing the best team in the country, away from home as well, Leeds fans themselves have got to be happy with that. The fact that they're showing some fight and giving Liverpool a fucking good game.
Oh yeah, I'll be pretty happy if I was a Leeds fan. I'd be pretty happy with that. And they're actually moving it around quite nicely as well.
What do you think about Aubameyang's rating on FIFA this season then? To get a downgrade.
That again, it's just as FIFA do this every year. Any player that sort of they can think they can sort of downgrade and get a reaction on social media to get hype for the game. They do it, and again this season with Aubameyang, and not just Aubameyang, others as well. But it just does my head in that that they do it. It's so blatantly obvious. I mean, the guy's come to Arsenal. He's 2.5. He's taken out today's game. 2.5 seasons at Arsenal. He's scored the most goals at any striker in the Premier League since he's arrived at Arsenal. And FIFA don't rate, for some reason, FIFA downgrade him every year. I mean, he won a golden boot. He's got 20. His first full season, 23 goals, and last year 22 goals. Although 22 goals and 22 goals in 2 seasons. That's 44 goals in just the league. Is 2 full seasons. Plus the 15 goals he scored in his half the season in the league. Overall, he scored over 70 goals in all competitions in the 2.5 years, maybe more. And yeah, he just doesn't get the respect that he merits, and it's absolutely how he can be downgraded, and his overall rating is beyond me.
Yeah,
and his finishing stats are abysmal on there as well. For someone of scoring the goals at the rate he is, and again, he's not even playing as a striker most of the time at Arsenal. At the moment, he's playing out on the wing. But hey, I think today's goal sort of put that to rest anyway.
Yeah, it's not fair though, because with Firmino, he's been upgraded. He scored 9 goals all season. He's played the same amount. He played more games than Aubameyang has. And Aubameyang is just. I don't get it, because Aubameyang got picked for the team of the season as well.
Yeah, literally 2 days before they announced all the what's name? He got team of the season. Like, but you're downgrading him. It's like, but again, it's just because they know certain players have that social media hype around them, like, not hype, but click around them within the fan bases, and that obviously they do their reactions that they did a couple of years ago, and it gets the game overhyped, and people to go, really, you've downgraded? Like, it can't be that bad. And they go and buy the game, pay 50 odd quid to get the game, get a disc, and then find out actually they've underpowered him in the sense of his rating doesn't match what we're getting. Because they did this last year. His rating was 80. What's it this year? What's his rating this
87.
year?
87. It's 88 last year.
It was 88 last year, and he was massively overpowered. Literally, if you got the ball with him, you're going to score basically on that game. He was absolute. But it's so people who buy it this year have the same issue, as in he's been downgraded, but he's massively overpowered again. It's not just him as well; it's other players they do it to as well. But it's all, and again, when they announce these top 10 players on the game, who are the 2 most consistent people in that still? That performances wise have dropped off. Especially, one of them has anyway. Messi, but to keep him happy, got to keep him up there.
Yeah, he's not signed on with FIFA though. He's signed on with PES, and Ronaldo was signed with FIFA, but all that stuff came out with.
He got dropped. He
got dropped off it.
But yeah, this season anyway. Mbappe's the face of FIFA anyway for this season. I prefer it when they mix it up though, and not have it same person on the cover every year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's one FIFA. Well, I think it's it. I think now what one it was now. And
FIFA 17.
Theo Walcott was the fastest player in the game with 96 pace. His pace was 2 more than Messi, and Messi complained about it. And then the following season, Messi's pace went up 1, and Walcott went down to 94 or 93, something like that. But he hadn't lost any pace. In reality,
stupid.
So anyway, how's your team doing today? Your FPL team?
I haven't done one. I'm afraid.
Oh, you haven't done one?
No.
You're not going to join for next week or anything? You're just going to leave it, are you?
I think I'm just going to leave it.
I've already got 22 points basic at the moment. As we speak, most of it came from earlier. Bamian was my captain, got 14. Tierney got 6. Pepe got 1 because he came on. Mane currently got 1 and he's my vice captain. And Luke Ayling's got nothing at the moment because obviously they've conceded 3 goals.
That's not good. But
so he's got a point, but he lost that point because of the goals they've conceded. And then later on, I got St. Maximum and Declan Rice for the late kickoff. Oh dear.
I think Newcastle might have a good chance of winning. They've got a good attack now.
Well, especially when you look at how everything that's going off at West Ham in the public eye, what we're being given in the public eye, with obviously the player that's been sold to West Brom, the young player that come through there, and all that Noble, Jack Wilshere, and all the fans are all kicking off over that. There's rumours that any day now David Moore is going to walk away. So this really Newcastle don't win tonight, I've got to ask questions because West Ham are there for the taking. And I've said earlier we're playing West Ham next Sunday at the Emirates. Even though I've got family at West Ham fans, again West Ham are there for the taking. If Arsenal don't win next Sunday, at least 4 or 5-0 against the. Again, I've got to ask questions then because they're vulnerable at the moment. I'd rather be going into the Liverpool game in a couple of weeks' time with maximum points. If we can walk away after 3 games with at least 7 points, I'll take it.
Yeah, Liverpool. That's the acid test, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. That's what we were saying earlier. I think Gabriel obviously weren't tested today. I don't think he won't get a bit of a test, a little bit of a test, not massively. But then the Liverpool game on the Monday night, that'll be the real first proper test because you're going up against the best in the league because they're the champions for a reason. And even I think by then for Saliba might get a run out next week as well against West Ham. See how he feels.
If we get any more injuries, he might have to.
Hopefully, touch wood. It's what we were saying earlier. Arsenal are the only club that can have 8 or 9 centre backs, and 5 or 6 of them out injured.
How long's David Luiz out for anyway?
Oh, not that long. It's just the next play. He should be back next week apparently.
What about Mustafi?
Mustafi's around the end of the month, beginning of after Liverpool game, basically.
I see.
Same with Pablo Mari. They'll come back around the same time. Chambers back in around mid-October, late November. But he's back in full training now, so there's a positive there.
Saying that Tierney was playing as a centre-back today, he didn't really do that badly, to be honest.
No, I think playing the 3 at the back and obviously him as a centre-back works. It does work. And again, Kuto Ainsley again playing left wing back again on his weak foot.
Yeah, see that was a bit weird for me because I thought Saka could have actually played there, but Ainsley didn't really sort of make any issues really. He didn't have any problems playing there.
I think I think Arteta wants to now play Saka as an actual winger and not mess about back and forth. Also, because he doesn't want to stunt his development and all that.
Yeah, but then we've also got Martinelli to come back, haven't we? So I don't know if he's going to play on left wing, but then you got Aubameyang playing there already. So
yeah, Martinelli's not back until January sometime. But again, it's options. It's good to have these options, and by then, we'll know. Obviously, by then we'll know how we're doing in the league and this, that, and the other. If we're in a contention for Champions League spots or whatever. But again, it's good options, and also it doesn't mean it means because the Aubameyang's out, but also playing out in that wing as well. With Martinelli, we don't have to rush him back. We can ease him back in with the old cup game and all that time of year as well, the FA Cup and all that. Ease him back in.
Do you think Ainsley's going to stay now?
I reckon so. The fact that I think that Community Shield game, whatever you would call it, I think that changed the ball because it's everyone needs to not get it twisted. Arteta wanted to keep Ainsley. He's never wanted to sell him, but obviously to raise funds, the board wanted to try and get that move. But I think that game, Liverpool sort of changed their philosophy, changed their mind. Now they're looking elsewhere to raise funds like Socrates and things like that, and possibly Mustafi if we can get him out.
And Martinez, obviously.
Oh yeah. I think we're just that 20 mil we're going to get. It seems like we're getting from him. I think we're just going to use that to go towards either or Partey for the next.
Which one would you prefer, Partey or Aouar?
For me, if I had to choose one right now, I'd rather get Partey in, get him in now. It gives our midfield that's more defensively solidifies our defence midfield wise. It actually gives our defence an actual bit of a protection in that midfield instead of having our midfield just part the waves and let the fucking teams come at us.
Yeah, but I think Arteta sort of dealt with that in a decent way. We've stopped conceding lots of goals.
Because he sets the team with what he's got. He's got the team set up to defend as one.
Yeah, and
do the hard work.
Yeah, it was the creating goals that we were having real issues with last season. We just games we just created absolutely nothing.
And but don't get me wrong. If we don't go for Partey's next signing, we go for Aurier first. I'm not going to complain. If we don't get Aurier, I'm not going to complain because, as you said, he provides that creativity. It's something we've lacked. And it also helps. It rounds home. We don't need Özil because all these Özil fans are thinking, "Oh, I knew him and Guendouzi weren't going to be in the squad today."
No
matter what, there's like new chances, but not in the squad.
But that's why I think Willian was a pretty astute signing, really, because you know what you're going to get from him straight away, don't you?
And again, I know it's Arsenal, so I'm touching wood. His injury record is phenomenal in the sense of he doesn't get injured that much. For a player of his age as well, he didn't play like he's a fucking 32-year-old today. I know, obviously. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be games, guys, when Willian drops off a bit.
Yeah,
again, all players do that. I remember not last season, in Emery's season, there's a time in Aubameyang, even though he's finished joint top goal scorer, throughout the season he's having these big chances in certain games, not scoring. Yeah. And our fan base got on his back, like, "Oh, what are you doing?" The sheer irony that all of a sudden, actually, you know what? He's good. We do need him.
Second half just started now.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. 45-28 for me.
Oh, you're doing pretty well. 45-38.
Donovan says Partey's a better choice for Arsenal. Attacking is not a problem for Arsenal. I get what he's saying, but also I get what obviously you're saying as well. In terms of creativity from midfield, that's one thing we do lack as well. So if we if we sign one of them, Either one, I'm not going to complain either way.
Yeah, I mean, one fixes one problem, one fixes the other, really. But
Yeah.
as I said, I think William really he was a game changer today. He got through the lines and everything. He was playing so well, and he was attacking. He was in that penalty area most of the time as well. And we haven't had that for a while. We don't have midfielders attacking the ball in dangerous areas. I'll be happy with Partey though. I mean, that'll be a great signing. I think if we get either one of those, it'll definitely put us in the top 4 picture.
Oh, definitely. I think we're in that picture. We're in the frame for it, so to speak. But even one, if not both, heightens our chances even higher.
Who's playing tomorrow?
I think now. I think it's Leicester, West Brom. I think is one of them. Everton, Tottenham is the other one.
Everton, Tottenham. Oof.
Monday. Yeah, Monday is Brighton versus Chelsea.
Yeah, Brighton are at home, aren't they?
Yeah, Brighton at home. Yeah, and they did play. The thing is, everyone's writing off Brighton for this game, but they did play Chelsea a couple of weeks ago in the test run thing for the bringing fans back, and they drew 1-1. And Werner played in that game. They've got Chelsea got the moment. They didn't play in that game because he weren't signed. Was Havertz.
Oh, okay, right.
But everyone else did.
Oh, did they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see how Timo Werner gets on, really.
Yeah, it's either going to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
It's going to be a Chelsea Torres situation,
or he's going to bang in loads and loads. Oh, here we go. Oh. Liverpool almost scored.
Oh, what a save! Goalkeeper held on to the ball in the end.
All those Liverpool players in the penalty area.
One Alden with a shot there. But yeah, if anything, the keeper got lucky there. How it came back to him. Yeah, because he palmed it out, bounced off his defender.
Oh yeah, the ball could have fell anywhere really. It just depended who was on the end of it.
Especially with Mane standing on top of him.
Yeah. How do you think United will get on, Harvey?
I'm scared.
Really?
If we don't get Sancho, I'm scared.
I was about to say earlier when you were talking about fucking getting Sancho and all that, like, we're going to win the didn't say that, like, well, hey, this is it, we're back, sort of thing. Now you're saying I'm scared, but now you've explained it. Yeah, I think
if we get Sancho, I think we'll have one of the best attacks in the league, in my opinion. But
if he fits, that's the thing. He's coming from Germany, and I know again he played in England with City, obviously at the youth level.
Yeah, he didn't play very much, did he?
But with playing in Germany, and Germany's a different league. It's then coming back to England and adapting to a whole new league again. And again, no disrespect to Ollie, but under a coach that isn't won anything yet, as well. I know he's doing it at Dortmund as well, but you know what I'm saying. At least there's other world-class players around him. Whereas what you've got, you say Pogba, Bruno Fernandes. It brought in Donny, who's got potential to be world-class.
Yeah, that was a funny signing for me. I don't know why they did that.
I think it's just to appease the fans, and because obviously lots of Harvey was like they've had enough. Harvey worked. Harvey literally came on here at one point and said, "I'm not going to wear a Man United shirt or any merchandise until they sign someone." 2 days later, they signed someone.
Oh God!
So I think that's more of an appeasement of the fans. Like, if we don't look, we tried to get so and so, but we didn't work out. So this is who we've got now.
I just don't know where he's going to fit in that side. I just can't.
We've got, as it stands, you've got Fernandes and Pogba both in front of him.
Yeah.
guaranteed. He's got to have to work for the first time for a while now. He's got to work to get into that starting 11 to make
Yeah.
night. So for the start, he's more likely, unless there's an injury, going to be on the bench. Warming the bench. That's 40 million. That's £40 million, and probably on stupid wages as well. By the way, because look who runs all the contracts and all that sitting on the bench. And you can't say it's not possible because they may not either have a 120,000 a week goalkeeper or 350k a week goalkeeper on the bench.
He could start in Matic's position because he can play CDM as well. Van der Beek.
Yeah, I think Matic is going to have to be phased out eventually, isn't he?
But then you've got to ask the question: why you give him a 3-year contract then? Back in the again, no questions will arise if that's the case. You've got Fred as well,
and McTominay.
Yeah. So you either, if you're playing him in DM, you're stunting lots of Scott McTominay in his position, or you're stunting Van der Beek, in his attacking position because he can't get in, as it says, he's not going to get into that. But again, as I say, it probably be wrong, and they'll probably go out and buy some. But I think Donny's going to be the only signing they make, obviously any significance, and that'll be it. I think Sancho, they'll say they tried and this, that, and the other. Literally, the whole summer they've been linked to him. We won't put. They've been told the asking price. We're not going to pay that because of because of COVID, this, that, and the other. We don't think it's right, which is fair enough. But then not to make a bid and make an offer yourself and in any shape or form, and then start negotiating back and forth. That's concerning me because in the day, Dortmund, I don't know what anyone says. Dortmund are in the stronger position here. They've got a player who's not forcing a move out, who's got a 3-year contract, 2 years plus another year left in his contract. So he's got 3 years left in his contract because he extended his deal apparently last summer. So everything's in Dortmund's favour at the moment until they make an offer. May not have to make the offer for Sancho to believe that they're serious. So then he might start trying to force a move and try to put a transfer request in. Until that happens, nothing's going to happen on that side of things. And I think it just talks Donny in to appease the fans. Go, but we did try to get X, Y, and Z. And that's another thing.
The thing is with Sancho, Dortmund don't have to sell him either. Then financially, they don't have to sell him.
Jonathan said, "You had me until you said Xhaka. Partey is better." I think it's about him and his Tyrone having a chat amongst themselves about DMs and all that.
But that's the thing though with Partey. I mean, we're exactly the same position. We've asked Atletico how much he is. They've told us how much he is. You have to pay the selling price, the buyout clause price,
the release clause, and the same with Oya. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I think it seems like the Oya one's going to be done in the next week or so, and then we're going to spend the rest of the last 2.5 weeks trying to get Partey over the line.
Yeah.
And if not, if we have to wait until January or whatever to start renegotiating and sorting that out, then so be it.
Yeah, because if you think the transfer window closes in October and it's open again in January, so it's not really that long, is it?
Well, no, it's literally going to be ridiculous. As I said, I've been saying last night in other streams as well on this channel. Not just Arsenal, but all teams get settled and into the rhythm of things. The window opens again.
Yeah.
It fucks everyone else. It fucks everyone up. especially the ones that are in the bottom half of the league, trying to put away from the relegation and all that, and they're trying to nick players from other teams in and around them as well.
Yeah, and then play it. Someone might come in for their best player.
Yeah, I mean, it must be frustrating for Zaha. He thinks he's the big I am. He's a big fish in a small pond. He's the best player out of a shit squad in that respect. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The fact that this summer Roy Hodgson said we're not going to stop him. Anyone comes in for him, no one's coming for him. His new agents and all that, trying to get him to move to PSG and things like that. Nothing's happening, and no one's biting. I mean, why would PSG want Zaha anyway? They've got the likes of Mbappe, Neymar, what's his name? They've already got Di Maria and other attackers that are far better than him. Even Jax is better than him.
Yeah, Draxler can't even get a look in, can he?
Exactly.
Oh, they were trying to flog him to us, weren't they?
Yeah, part of the to try and get better in. Yeah.
No, I think that boat sailed with him and Arsenal. It's one of those things that happens every season, isn't it? All rumours.
Sometimes it's all of a sudden that we're getting heavily linked with fucking players that we were linked with like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah. Higuain is still coming. Don't worry. I know he's gone to Inter Miami this time.
It's just I'm tired of saying PSG need goals on the bench, but will Zaha provide that? And I know it's League One and it's not a hard league, but at the same time, it's Zaha who's not exactly putting it. By the way, after everything that went off last summer with him and trying to believe he'd be forced out of a move to Arsenal and Everton and all that. He didn't exactly pull up trees last season. He scored 4 goals in literally all competitions for the whole season and a few assists. No top club's going to want to invest heavily in that until
you can also say the issue there was his head was turned, wasn't he? So
no, but what I'm saying is, even the previous season, his stats weren't exactly all that. We got 40 million for Iwobi, who had the exact same stats, if not better stats, than Zaha.
Oh yes, Leeds again. Yeah. Oh no, it's offside.
Of course, it's offside.
No goal as well.
Well, that's the thing. Also, Trent touches it last, so technically, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he was offside. He was offside.
See if they check. Oh yeah, he's way off. Yeah, he's way off.
So he did it straight back of the net.
He headed Trent actually headed it into the back of his own net. Yeah, people. CMP he's in one of the group chats. He's literally got one DM's come up. Fuck's sake, Trent. The next one, he's offside. Don't worry, Trent.
He's got him in his fantasy football league, is he?
Seems like it.
Oh, Fabinho, one for Naby Keita.
Oh, there you go. Trying to shore it up now. Provide some sort of protection because Keita hasn't done that. No. Whereas Fabinho, with all due respect, does do that.
Yeah, Naby Keita's not that kind of player.
No.
But it's like you say about Zaha, going back to that quickly. No top 4 or 5 side in England's going to want him.
No.
The only sort of team I can sort of think that Everton really, because they quite like buying wingers, don't they? So
yeah. No, again, don't be rude, but he had his chance. I know he was young and a kid, this and that, but he had his chance when he went to Man United. He didn't take it. He'd rather shag David Moyes' daughter than actually try and get into the Man United starting 11 and be part of part of the future at United. And that says it all. And the fact that then when it weren't working out, he came running back to Crystal Palace.
Yeah, he did.
That doesn't show ambition to me, and I'm sorry. I don't want people like that at my club. But that's why when we were linked to him last time, I was like, don't buy it, don't spend the money, do not go and get him.
I think the only thing that would have been in our favour was we're in London, aren't we? He's settled in London, so
But yeah. What I'm saying is, what I was also saying, we had a Iwobi who had better stats than him in that summer, from the previous season.
Yeah.
And we got 40 mil for him. Yeah, Palace wanted 80 mil for Zaha.
Yeah.
And also Iwobi was on a longer contract as well, because he just signed a new contract the previous summer. So it's just he got priced out of a dip. But even if he'd come, he would have done nothing for us, to be honest, because it was the best out of a bad bunch, and even in the ain't put up trees. So what the hell is he going to do with Arsenal? Let's be honest. I know he's an Arsenal fan, this, that, and the other, but it doesn't mean nothing. I'm an Arsenal fan. It doesn't mean I'm going to be playing fucking Villa.
I'd love to see you in the starting lineup, mate. It'd be great.
Be better than fucking Zaha, put it that way. And I'm not exactly in fighting form at the moment.
Would you be better than Pepe or not?
Of course not. No, I'm more of it.
There's a Pepe Appreciation Club. Your channel is, mate.
I don't. for me, I don't have any issue with Pepe. I
don't either. I don't either.
Oh, I got lucky there. But sorry, with Pepe, I understand. I understand. From day one, I've always said it's going to take time for him to settle in because he's gone from Liga and where you get all the time in the world on the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
And the lower league sort of opposition you play, they don't really get in your face. Whereas Premier League, no matter who you're playing in the Premier League, you're going to have people in your face every other game. So I knew that's going to be hard for him to adapt to. So I gave him time. Yeah. And you also got to remember, in his first season, he came to us not even speaking the language. And then the manager or head coach that brings him in then suddenly loses faith in him, doesn't want to use him on this, that, and the other. Even when Pepe's then saving his ass in European games where we're losing 2-1 to the fucking Farmers. And we end up winning 3-2. Rodrigo's, by the way, Bamford's gone off for Rodrigo and Hernandez has gone off as well. But yeah, when you had all that situation, and then obviously Emery gets sacked, and then Lundberg gets brought in as a caretaker manager. And because it was publicly put out there he's a caretaker.
Well, Emery never wanted him anyway.
Well, you could tell that, and the fact that what my thing was that White never worked with Lundberg either, is because the club made the mistake of saying straight from the off, Lundberg was just there to fill the void until they find the right man themselves. So that he was never in their plans to be a head coach there. Mm-hmm. He could have done what Ollie did basically, when Ollie got at the caretaker role, and basically they weren't intended to hire him basically. And that's one in players, and then what we're going to start putting up trees for you if you're not you haven't got a chance to be full time. And hence why you see when Arteta comes in, the performances then suddenly start changing drastically towards defensive in general, basically from what Bournemouth away onwards on Boxing Day. Oh my eyes. Donovan's saying as well, the problem with Zaha is big players show up against really big teams and big games. Zaha mostly goes anonymous. Exactly. That's my point. I've never personally rated Zaha.
Yeah, he's never taken the game by a scruff of the neck, has he? Not against a big side.
I mean, today, for example, he scored a goal. Fantastic. But then he doesn't go, okay, I'm going to go for the kill and get a couple more goals from a team and kill this game off. I mean...
Well, I think it's another thing. He doesn't have the players around him, does he? They're very limited, aren't they, Palace, with what they can and can't do.
I mean, Timer makes a good point. Not even Messi could help this Palace team.
Yeah. That's saying something. The game sort of petered out a little bit, isn't it? It's
sort of a bit of a start to the second half, but when you compare it to the first half, definitely.
Oh, yeah, that was all guns blazing, wasn't it? Yeah, it's sort of settled down now.
Yeah. I think Liverpool now, they've set this, obviously with the Fabinho substitution coming on as well. They're trying to get out of it with a 3 point.
Yeah, they're trying to shore it up, aren't they?
Yeah. And obviously try and counter Leeds if they can.
Have Leeds brought anyone on or not?
Yeah, Rodrigo for Bamford and...
Rodrigo.
I can't remember who else they took off, but they took someone else off as well.
Oh, Henderson's coming off. Interesting.
What's the name? Yeah, the kid's coming on now. What's Curtis Jones? He's limping. He's all limping, sort of walking like Henderson. I mean, like the way he's walking up is like he's struggling to walk properly.
Who was the young lad who came on against us in the Community Shield? Who scored? What was his name?
What the actual goal, the equalising goal?
Yeah.
Minamito or Minamito.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Minamito. Yeah.
How old's Zaha, by the way? He's got
Zaha, I think he's about 27, 28, I think. He's getting on.
Yeah. So he's also peaked now. It's not like he's got good. It's not like he's under.
Oh, God, goal. Leeds.
3-3. What? There
He's
we
back.
go.
He's back.
And it's one of the boys from the championship as well that came up with him in their tough times. Here we go. Let's go to the banners. Got to change that now.
What have Leeds done there?
Good goal. Again, poor goalkeeping from Becker, but anyway.
Yeah, Becker's not great. When's Allison back?
Allison, that is Allison. Allison Becker.
Oh, is he? I thought he was back. Oh.
Yeah, he prefers to have Allison on his back normally.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great goal. Turn spin.
Again, piss poor defending though.
He's actually taken a touch as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
Teed himself up.
Yeah, all the time in the world. Van Dijk's nowhere to be seen. Gomez is trying to mark Rodriguez. I might have to change my mind about who's winning the league this year.
Yeah, Leeds.
United.
Oh dear, definitely. If Liverpool play defend like this against no disrespect to Leeds, and again this is huge respect to Bielsa what he's done today in their first game back. But their Liverpool's next two games could make or break them already, because they drop points today. That's 3-3. There's a point. Your first game of the season, the champions. You then got to go away to Chelsea, who have got an attacking threat in abundance by the looks of it. And if that clicks, you're going to lose. You could lose points there. If you lose there, and then you come back and then host us, and the way we've played against them recently in recent games against the Emirates and again the Community Shield, we're going to give them a game as well, because they could literally potentially walk away with single figure points after 3 games as Premier League champions.
What's Man City's fixtures like?
They would have had. I think Villa today.
Yeah, they would have played Villa today.
Let me have a look. Bear with me. I'm going to get the tab up and have a look. Sky.
They got Leicester, haven't they? Then they got Leeds.
I think all the big so-called big teams have all got toughest starts.
Man City have got Wolves away. They got Leicester at home, and then Leeds away.
I'm just trying to get the fixtures up now on Sky. Yes, I accept the fucking cookies. Bloody hell! My feed is going. My screen's going mad now. Literally, just Arsenal fans like, what the fuck? Obviously, Simpy and all that in the group chat as well. Yeah, Simpy saying love minus points. Let's go. Okay, now welcome. I swear, please, it'll be hard. I know the Premier League's a hard fucking league. It's harsh and all that, but how harsh would it be after this? Scoring 3 goals against the best team in the country and walk away with nothing.
What if they get a late winner? Just a last minute goal.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Imagine the fucking meltdown. The Liverpool fans. Get Klopp out, that's it.
Klopp out, yeah. Well, he almost got... Did he get Dortmund relegated, or did they almost get relegated?
They almost got relegated.
Because it went completely...
It went completely
yeah.
Shit. They won the league the previous season, ironically, and then everything went to shit.
Mm. Did they sell players or not, or did it just...
No, it just went to shit. I think they sold Götze to Bayern Munich because that was forced. But apart from that, they strengthened and everything, and literally the following season, for the most of the season, they were literally fighting for their lives, and it's only in the last few games where they got up to mid-table. And then in the end, he just walked away into the season. Fast forward a few months later, he's got the Liverpool job.
Sometimes managers just need a change of scenery, don't they?
Just got I'm on Sky Sports website. Man City are away to Wolves next Monday, the 21st on Sky. 8:15 kickoff, and then they've got their EFL Cup game. Whoever they've got to play there at home. Then after they've got Leicester City at home, Leeds away, then us at home.
So we have to play Liverpool and Man City close together.
Close together, yeah. Of course, we've got West Ham next, then Liverpool, Sheffield United at home, then City away.
I think that's
Well,
bad. We've got Arsenal, Chelsea, and Tottenham all in October.
Yeah.
Sam's back in the chat saying, should I put a bet on bets on today? As I got the Arsenal score right too.
So I'll never put money on it.
Well, that's the thing. I'll put two. It's only a couple of quid. So I don't mind. Put a couple of quid on Arsenal's win earlier, 4-0. That was 1 goal out. But again, it's a couple of quid, so it doesn't mind. I don't go like tenner bang.
Every time I bet, I know. Every time I don't bet, I win. Every time I do bet, I lose.
Well, fucking
I had a nightmare today actually because the betting on the first day of the season is just awful. You don't know what's going to happen. I think I only got 1 out of 6. I think.
Well, yeah, for me, Derby let me down because they got battered by Reading.
Yeah, Derby. But yeah, obviously didn't expect that one at all.
Well, everyone's been hyping them up as well. Everyone has been hyping them up because again, I don't pay attention really to the championship as a whole. But Kevin Campbell and all that, they're the ones that are like with the Rooney factor. And now Philip Koku has had a full season at the club at championship level. They'll kick on this season, this that, and the other, and they got done at home to Reading, who for the last couple of years.
So did Cardiff. Cardiff lost at home 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah. Who else let me down? I'm trying to think. There was Derby. Sunderland let me down because I needed them to win. They drew.
Yeah, Sunderland let me down as well.
And everyone else came in. Norwich won in the end, 1-0 I think it was. And Charlton they won, but two teams let me down.
Yeah,
the thing is, if they come in, I'll be relying on Liverpool to win now. So I'm okay because it's 3-3. I'm like, okay, no worries.
You'll be cashing out. Eh?
Yeah,
I had Cardiff, Derby, and Sunderland in one, and they all bloody lost, and they were all at home as well. And so, first game of the season is just a minefield. I saw a bit of that Watford game last night, actually. They were awful second half. They were absolutely awful.
Yes, was it 1-0 in the end as well?
Yeah, finished 1-0. But yeah, second half, was it Middlesbrough battering them, absolutely battering them.
But there's no Deeney, there's no Deulofeu, no Pereira, none of their Premier League got.
No, I don't think Welbeck was playing either, I don't think.
Well, wasn't even on the bench. It's all these players you never fucking heard of.
Yeah. They still won, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't look very good. They were under a lot of pressure.
Yeah. I think, what was it, certain YouTube, football YouTubers and all that, they put out of the feed that went down, they put them and Norwich up there to put them slightly tipping the edge towards Watford to put up a fight for automatic promotion.
I think it depends on who Norwich lose because there's still transfer window still open. You know, they got Max Aaron's, players like that, Campbell. I think there'll be some clubs sniffing around them.
I mean, Tyrone saying as well, concerning this game as what we're watching here, Leeds always have at least 2 players in Liverpool's box. And again, Liverpool don't have to deal with it. And again, like I said about earlier on about maybe give me words out today. Mikel Arteta's got Klopp's number. Maybe that's true. And other people, as I said earlier, other people like Bielsa have clocked onto that. And that now it's happening again, and they've conceded the way they have.
Yeah,
you'll start seeing a bit of a trend coming this season. That if Liverpool do win this league, which I very highly doubt at the moment, I know it's one game and all that, but it's not going to be out of counter like they did last year. It's going to be very close, a lot closer than what they have done anyway.
I think they need to sign someone. They have to get. It's like when Fergie used to win titles all the time. He used to get one big signing in every summer, didn't he? Yeah.
Well, even in the early years of Arsene Wenger, he used to do that as well. Strengthen while you're at your best. Don't drop off. That's why I always have respect for Arsene Wenger and Ferguson, because they had that mentality of never drop the ball sort of thing, and strengthen while you're at your peak, because obviously you don't. Like Liverpool, 'cause the thing is, Liverpool they're doing it again. Like they did last. Let's have a look. Okay,
It was close, wasn't it?
yeah, very close. But Liverpool doing what they did last summer in terms of buying pretty much no one. I mean, they've only bought a left back from Olympiacos, but apart from that, they haven't really added proper squad depth of in the areas they need to add into, like options in attacking this and the other. Because they're heavily linked with Werner, then obviously COVID hits, and then suddenly, Chelsea can have him, but they haven't gone after anyone else. But they're heavily reliant. Because it worked last summer, we basically didn't buy anyone. It'll work again. That's not the case. You're at your weakest when you're at
your best, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what and again, this is at Wenger's best, and at Ferguson, as you mentioned, they knew that. They always knew that in that sense.
Yeah, that's what I said before. It's very hard to retain a title.
I mean, what was it? I'm trying to think now. 2002. When we won the FA Cup the League Cup double in 2002. In that summer, we strengthened Gilberto in little signing here and there, a couple of signings, but it's to strengthen the squad and bulk it out. And if it weren't for like the latter stages of the season, we would have retained our title. It's just that we sort of fell off. That's the only time I've seen my club actually come close to defending the title.
Yeah, we were unlucky that season.
But then we used that pain of missing out on defending it and came back and regained it the following season, and with style.
That's why I think Man City might win the title this year. They had their last year. They were awful. They weren't great at all, were they, last season? Let's be honest. No,
and I'm watching. We're watching Liverpool now, and I'm just saying for the last week or so that they're the team I think will win it. I don't think they're going to win it now, based on how they're defending.
Yeah, it's just one game though. I mean, it's
one game.
It's the first game of the season, isn't it? And it's always you can never tell really. But
I know it's one league game, but also they did play similar way against us in the Community Shield. Even in the post lockdown, when the Premier League returned for the end of last season and all that, they weren't exactly pulling up trees there. Apart from thumping Palace to confirm the title.
Foul or goal?
We're patting them on the back.
Foul.
What's going on?
Ruled it out.
Kavanagh's not giving a goal.
Yeah, what's up with him?
Games, they haven't been able to keep clean sheets. 3 goals against Chelsea and now again 3 goals against Leeds. It's just seeming like the defence is crumbling a bit at the moment.
I don't know what he's done there, to be honest.
Someone else fouled number 5 for Leeds, and he's come in and done that. So it looks like he's handled it as well. He's obviously been thumped it. And Curtis Jones fouled Leeds number 5.
God.
I think Leeds might be able to just take this, steal it, last minutes.
And they might be running out of steam a little bit.
Maybe another substitution is needed. Just to freshen things up, get there, have a push from Leeds. I mean,
Rodrigo needs to get into the game. He's not
touched the ball, has he?
Here we go. Klopp's having a meltdown.
I said this. I said he's only scored 4 goals in La Liga last season. Paying £30 million for him. Probably not the best idea.
Yeah, definitely Liverpool turned up a notch a little bit. Past 5 minutes, it's been all Liverpool, really.
The thing is, they have to. I don't care what Klopp says, they have to, because the pressure's on them as the champions.
Yeah.
And they're at home.
Yeah.
And they're against promotion side.
Yeah, exactly. See, we play promotion sides and get clean sheets. They concede 3 goals at home. Just saying. I'm joking, by the way. Anyone that sees this, I am joking. It's one game. It's literally the first game of the season. Let me enjoy this.
Yep, now Brighton are going to slap you up both home and away again.
Oh, God.
Mate, Brighton are going down this season. I mean, literally, I think they're getting relegated this season. I
don't know, they're still here. They really hover across
just by pure luck. It's the reason that they stayed up last year is more by pure luck more than anything. If the season hadn't come to a shutdown when it did it, and obviously didn't have COVID and everything continued the way it had, the way the Brighton were going into that, playing at that moment in time, they were going down with a counter.
Bournemouth as well. I felt bad for Bournemouth because they could have stayed up.
Well, they basically got relegated on a fucking technology fucking default with Villa because Villa
That was bad, wasn't it?
That point,
Yeah, that one.
that's on their thing now. They stayed up by cheating. They couldn't be honest and say, actually, you know what? It was what it was. They had a goal and then try and get back into the game that way.
And also the fact that Ryan Fraser just basically walked out on them, didn't he?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's right. He wants it because he's signed for Newcastle this week. He's trying to explain it away. I didn't think it was right me doing that. And if I got injured, I didn't want to sign it. I wanted to move on anyway. And this, that, the other. Well, you're committed to a club. Then once of the season, just get over the line.
He's been there a while as well. It's not like he was there for like a couple of years. He's been there a long time, and he couldn't. Yeah. He obviously wasn't in much of a rush to sign for another club because he only did it in the past couple of days.
Yeah, exactly.
He wasn't linked with Arsenal.
Oh, last summer.
Oh, we're linked with everyone.
This is as Russ says, we're linked with any and everyone. That and the cat's dog.
Same with us.
I was going to say Ryan Fraser. I just couldn't understand that at all. He could have just signed an extension for a couple of weeks just to play in the last couple of games. There was no reason why. He's just basically walked out on them, didn't he? And after that, they were basically stuffed, really.
Yeah. Just to try to get a heads up. What's going on? For some reason, my chat's not working, guys. So if there's any new chats, there's no reason not going on the screen because I can't get to them. So I do apologise for that. And by that, you know what? Let's counter that. Let's see if we can grab it on here. Turn the volume down so I don't get no echo. So yeah, 83 minutes by the way. We've got a few minutes left plus injury time. It's been a good game. 6 goals. And these are like guys in the chat were saying at the beginning, they wanted to see Leeds turn up, and they've turned up.
They've done really well.
They're not going to be the whipping boys of this league. Put it that way. They're not going to do a Norwich, hopefully.
No, that'll be Fulham, I think.
I think it might be West Brom. They don't look like they've got anybody major, to be honest.
Tyrone's saying, because I'm now in the chat on my tablet, Phillips man of the match for me for Leeds. He's also saying Willian have 2 assists. First one don't count. Well, technically, according to everyone else in the FA, it is 3 assists. So even if it didn't, there's still 2 assists.
2 assists to hit the post.
Yeah.
The only thing he didn't do was score, really.
Donovan's also saying Rodriguez, or what we pronounce his name, just come on really, and Leeds has been defending deep, so that's another reason why we won't see much in these sort of games. I think it's against the teams in and around them where you'll see more of Rodriguez, what he's saying basically. When they're not defending as much, they can actually be a bit more freer in their gameplay and express themselves a bit more in the attack.
Yeah, I don't know much about Rodrigo though, but that may be the case. He may, as long as he's playing in his minutes, basically for me, then he
of course.
We'll find out what he's like. Yeah,
like any player. Harvey's not happy.
No, it's a Liverpool corner. Just had it anyway. So no, but Liverpool always get corners, and they always have Van Dijk on it every time. Ends the same. Same with Newcastle. Got robbed.
Well, also, what is it? If it isn't corners, they give the ball to Mane or Salah, and they fall down in the box. There's no one around them. Penalty. Got to give a penalty.
Give him a penalty.
I mean, what was it? Liverpool v Leicester last season. That thing happened. Mane got given a ball, and it was 1-1. Leicester about to come away with an actual point, and literally out of nowhere, Marner's got the ball messing about with it. Gets tackled, loses a ball fairly. He flies to the floor and gets the penalty. And VAR checked it. Nope, still penalty.
Crazy that. Really bad.
Firmino. Should have scored there, really.
Oh, he tried toe poking, hasn't he? That's why. If he'd actually put his used
his other foot, he might have been all right.
Yeah. Or also try and place it into a corner or something, either side of the goalkeeper that would have been in. But he tried toe poke. Yeah, he tried to use the outside of his foot.
Van Dijk gets to everything, doesn't he?
Because of his height.
Oh, penalty! God's sake!
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
That's crazy. That is absolutely.
Oh, come on! It's a 50. They're both going for the ball. It's hardly like.
Oh, God.
There you go. They're getting their 3 points.
Man, I think they'll miss it.
They're getting their mandatory 3 points by the looks of it. But please VAR it. We have to anyway because it's what it is.
Nice.
Rodrigo as well. I think gave it a penalty away.
Jeez.
So who's got Salah in their teams on the verge of a hat trick? He's going to score.
Straight down
the middle. Of course, he's going to do that.
You call Bruno Fernandes.
I can't sort of call Salah Fernandes up. I can't add that to his names, can I?
He's just a pleb.
There you go, 4-3. Nick to win, basically.
No, I should have put Salah in my fantasy team. Damn it.
The thing is, I was different between him and Mane, and I went for Mane.
Yeah, I went for Mane as well.
Yeah. If I'd gone for fucking Salah, it would be Mane's doing this tonight.
I had Willian in my originally as well, and I thought I wasn't sure if he was going to play or not.
You know what? I'll give Leeds credit. They've done fucking amazing this game.
Oh, of course, yeah. You can't take that away from him, no matter what.
Nothing wrong with giving Liverpool a scare, is there?
Arsenal's ladies beat West Ham's ladies 9-1. Sam Greenwood just put that in the chat. And Donovan
Good old Sam.
Yeah.
9-1. Jeez.
That's 9 plus 6 last week. I conceded 2. So not bad for a team that's not tipped to win the title, but okay. Oh, here comes Matip as well for the Trent. Yeah, Jonathan Souls is saying that another penalty. Jesus, Rodrigo gave it away. I shall be eating my words. And then Tyman just pops up and says, "What a start from Rodrigo."
Yeah, give away a penalty. Getting sent off is probably the only thing worse, really. Oh, Jonathan Woodgate.
Or scoring an own goal.
That's got to be the worst debut in football.
Oh, yeah. For Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah. After signing for him, a year and a half prior, not played a single game in that time. Because he got injured in training, was out for the year and a half. And then first game back, scores an own goal, gives away a penalty, gets sent off.
I remember watching that on Sky years ago. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Okay, now. Well, Liverpool fans, I hope you're happy with yourselves. You played crap and you're just coming away with a win still.
They still score lots of goals, though, don't they? That's the thing. All right, 2 of them penalties, but...
Yeah, I'd say 2 of them being penalties. I say that about Liverpool being happy, but at the same time, I wouldn't. If I was a Liverpool fan, I wouldn't be happy because I'll be concerned as well about the way they defended tonight as well.
Yeah, they haven't been great at all.
Who?
Oh, almost.
4 minutes injury time.
Oh.
4 in, yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's got half hour, so 40 odd minutes before kick off of the West Ham game.
I might watch a bit of that. I'm not sure yet. I've watched a lot of football today. I think I've watched this match, watched the Arsenal match, and I watched a little bit of Palace.
Yeah, Palace I couldn't be arsed with it. On the phone, on the app, and I was like,
I watched until the goal, and then after that, I just turned it off. Couldn't be bothered. I thought Southampton would do well, but nah.
But again, you would have thought it would have worked in their favour today, being the away team as well. Having that atmosphere, or that corner, of the stadium where it goes. Whoa.
Yeah, Palace crowd's pretty loud, isn't it?
Yeah, especially in that far corner where that sort of what's the name, partisan sort of area where they can jump and chant however they like. Yeah, Liverpool's just holding it. There's a few minutes left, and Liverpool's just holding the ball in the far corner now, trying to hold the ball.
Yeah, they're not going to do anything else, are they? I think that's it.
Yeah, they don't want to. The fact that they conceded 3 goals today, they don't want to risk conceding a 4th.
No.
You watch now, even though they conceded 3, because they've come out and won, they'll get more praise than they will get criticised when they should be getting criticised, as we're doing now, but they're defending.
Yeah, media don't tend to do that though, do they? They'll just go, "Oh yeah, Liverpool won. That's it, fine."
Unless you're Arsenal, of course.
Yeah.
You won.
It's a Spanish Inquisition when we lose.
Yeah. When we win, say we win 6-1, they conceded 1 sloppy goal, and they switched off.
How dare they concede a goal like that? Yeah.
That's going to cost them top 4. That's going to cost them. Fucking hello. And they don't actually focus on their positives at all.
No.
I mean, Jamie Carragher could be like fucking Cheshire Cat. You see him in a minute.
Just waiting for the final whistle to be blown, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, Liverpool's just wasting time every time they can now. So
yeah.
Why is Becca though wearing the legging things though? It's summer.
It looks like he's in pajamas.
Yeah, it does because it's all black, isn't it? So it looks like it's all blended into one. What was that goalkeeper?
Ready for bed.
Yeah, what was that goalkeeper years? Remember that goalkeeper for Palace years ago, the Hungarian guy?
Oh yeah.
No matter what time of year, he'd turn up and grey jogging bottoms.
Yeah, name escapes me. Yeah, but I remember.
Kavai or something like that.
That's it, done. Oh yeah, Kavai, yeah, Hungarian guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's it. Liverpool win.
There you go. Full time. Liverpool escape. Come away with a win, even though, in my opinion, they don't really deserve it. That's harsh on Leeds, really. I know that
it is a bit, yeah. It is a bit harsh on Leeds.
I know people will say the old thing of, the Premier League is a harsh league and all that, but come on. Your first game back in 16 years, you're going against the Premier League champions on their turf, scoring 3 goals and you come away with nothing.
You have to rely on 2 penalties as well.
If anything, they looked the more threatening. They played the better football. But yeah, Klopp's first action was look for the camera and look down the camera, going wow, and then walks off. Oh, but so technically we're still top because we got goal difference with clean sheet wise, wasn't it? But they'll be second because they've scored 4. Oh yeah.
There's no official league till next week, is there? What is that? First couple of games don't really count, do they?
No, literally just betting. The first 2-3 games of the season is always betting in seat part of the season. As I said, if we come away after the first 3 games if we go into the Sheffield United game 7 points out of 9, I'll fucking snap everyone's hand off. If we go better than that, fantastic. But 7 points out of 9 in our first 3 games, because we're about to play Liverpool once that, I'll take it at the moment.
Oh
Then
yeah,
go,
you got to. You
then
got to.
then go back to the Emirates, play Sheffield, hopefully get the 3 points there, and then we off we go to City again, and just take it week by week. Then for that next month for October, just take it week by week, because that's a tough month. So yeah, let's get I'll get the fixtures up quickly before we have to wrap things up. Go and find it now. Bloody hell, photo album. So Harvey, how are you feeling anyway? And obviously you wanted Leeds to win and get a result, and that happened. And literally for the last few minutes before it happened, I was saying that's going to happen.
Well, it's unfair for Leeds. They've done well. I don't think they should come out of that game upset. I mean, they will do. Obviously, they've lost. Got no points, scoring 3 goals. But in my opinion, I think they played the better football without the fouls, and like they scored 2 penalties, which Leeds didn't have to score penalties. They scored in the open play.
Yeah,
made the play. They just got penalties every time. So Leeds, I think, played better for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Leeds can take a lot of confidence out of that game. A lot of confidence.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got breaking news in the last hour from Sky Sports. Someone just retweeted it. That's why I'm saying it now. Arsenal have accepted the offer from Villa for goalkeeper Martinez. Which again, the worst kept secret. Let's be honest.
Oh, good luck to him. He gets first team football.
Well, yeah, but my before we wrap things up, my only thing with that is he's going to a lesser team with lesser, so he could be massively exposed now for the. I know he'll do wonders because obviously he went to Reading and did wonders there, but there's only so much a goalkeeper can do. So this could either make or break him. It would have made more sense for me if he'd gone to a bigger club, even if not Premier League, go somewhere else in Europe that's going to where you're not going to be exposed week in week out and everything put on you.
Yeah, but you can say that. But they say the Premier League is probably the best league. He probably just is quite happy in England. So yeah, he'll get first team football with Villa, and if he has a good season, someone else will pick him up next summer.
Yeah, I was just touching on our 4 fixtures in October league wise. We've got Sheffield at home, which again we don't until we see them on Monday night. That's another game. There's another game playing on Monday, by the way. Sheffield versus Wolves. But until we see Sheffield play, we can't really judge on that one. But hopefully we can come away with 3 points there at the Emirates, and then we've got obviously Man City. Then we've got Leicester again in the league at the Emirates, and then United away at the end of the month. And then we have Villa, Leeds, and Wolves for November. So if we can come out of 6, if we can come out of October with 10 points at least, that'd be great. But yeah, that's like a maximum. I think bare minimum. I think if we can come away with 7, sake. But 8. If we can come away with 8 points, I'll take that as well. Because then the teams are playing.
As long as we're competitive in all the games, I'm not too bothered. I just as long as we compete.
Yeah, and that's going to be October's going to be a telling month for our season going forward as well, because the teams I've mentioned we've got to play Sheffield City, Leicester, and Man United as well. Then games are going to make or break our season. If we can come out of that and still be either in the top 4 race or literally in 3rd or 4th, whatever, going forward for the next few games, then could be good. Be a good thing. That month's going to give us a massive indication of where we're going to be going. And that's, again, we're saying all this. By October, we could be in a national lockdown again. So I think could we come to a pause again?
Exactly. Yeah, you could be right.
Okay, now you watch. First thing going to happen, yeah. The Sheffield game will happen, and then suddenly we're going to a national lockdown.
Going to lockdown, yeah.
We've all played 4 games, and apparently they had a meeting yesterday, and apparently if it goes into another lockdown, the season has to stop, no matter when.
God.
no matter when in the year in the season it would happen, the whole season will stop. They won't continue it.
Mm.
Just so that goes to prove you only picked it up again to get Liverpool the title the right way.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off. Because you watch it, as I said, they're 4 games and we'll be what, first or second or something like that. And then, hang on, what's the difference? There's a few.
Exactly.
It's all because
know what you mean.
Again, it's all because they want to squeeze. They're trying to squeeze in the Olympics and the Euros next summer as well.
Yeah.
Hence why
they all got delayed. Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, 4-3 Liverpool. We're still top. Yay.
Good game. Good game.
And on to the next, basically. Gonna wrap things up. Guys, thanks for coming on. Harvey, where can people find you?
You can find me on YouTube at United Daily Transfer News and on Twitter, Harvey UDTN. Thanks for having me on again. And yeah, I forgot to say also one more thing. I have a football team now.
Just
make that clear one more time.
Oh yeah. And Russ, where can people find you as well on your social medias and all that?
Yeah, if you want me, you can find me. I'm at RuggyBoy101 on Twitter, Ross Morgan on Facebook. I don't have a YouTube channel, but you never know. One day, maybe.
Maybe. And yeah, obviously, as you know, people watching this on Facebook, you can find me on YouTube itself, the Mr. Arsenal podcast, on the road to 500. Obviously, if you're not watching this on YouTube and you're not watching it on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook as well, on my Facebook page, the Mr. Arsenal podcast, which again, I'm streaming off throughout the whole season on both. And yeah, also streaming off Football Fan Zone as well. Go and like and give that a follow as well, that page. And with that, also my Twitter is Mr. Arsenal 89. But yeah, until then, I don't know when my next stream will be. It'll be in the next couple of days or so. But once I get things put together, I'll put it out on my Twitter and all that, and we'll go from that. If you don't want to follow me on social media, do subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on. So as soon as I plan anything, you'll be notified straight away. And yeah, until then, guys, as always, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and rest of your weekend. Until next time, up the Arsenal.
Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.
Bye, guys.